Hello and welcome to Yoga and You. My name is Sanjana, a passionate yoga teacher from India, and in today's video we'll be discussing Bhujangasana. The asana name Bhujangasana is also commonly known as the Cobra Pose. The word Bhujanga itself means a cobra, and in the posture when we lift the upper body, it replicates the head of a cobra and the rest of our body is like the tail which is down. That's why in Bhujangasana it's very important that our lower body is grounded and not lifted. Bhujangasana is one of the foundational back bends which mainly stretches your chest, abdomen, and it strengthens the back. With regular practice of Bhujangasana, we will be able to strengthen most of the back muscles that support your spine. Therefore, when you enter deeper back bends, it will become safe, sustainable, and it also reduces lower back compression or pain. Let's get started. We'll discuss the technique, do's and don'ts of a good Bhujangasana. Firstly, you need to lie down on your belly. Now, I'll explain from the bottom to the top. Okay. So, we'll start from the leg position. Your toes are pointing back, heels and the toes are together. Therefore, your knees, inner thigh is closed. This also makes your thighs and your glute muscles engage. So this is the leg position. And now your abdomen is down. Always in any back bend, try to pull the abdomen in so that you breathe comfortably through your chest. Next is the palm position. Your palms are beside the chest. Your shoulders are always rolled back. Elbows are closed. Don't do this. Roll and close. Forehead is down. We will start here. Every time you attempt a Bhujangasana, make sure that your alignment is right. From here to enter, you will roll the shoulders, bring the elbows close together. Now you want to lift vertebra by vertebra, starting from the shoulder to down. A couple of things to avoid in your Bhujangasana practice. When you lift your chest, don't lift your neck and strain it. You're always looking neutral, or even chin tucked in is a good practice. Secondly, since your palms are here, don't use the entire palm strength, arm strength to lift your chest. This is more of a strengthening posture than a flexibility posture. So how much ever, maybe for support 20 to 30% of your arm, but make the muscles of your back do most of the work. If your legs are going apart, it means that your inner thigh muscles are a little weak. It's not a problem, but don't keep them far like this. This is a very passive position. You can keep them slightly wider, hip width apart. The best position is to keep it together. From here, I'll be showing you two variations. One is a simpler variation with more support. The second one has lesser support but is more effective. So for the first one, you want to keep your elbows and your palms down. Okay, this way there is lesser strain in your back. Then you repeat the same. Roll the shoulders, lift the chest, press your elbow and the palm, and bring the heart to face forward. Once again, don't stress the neck or drop your shoulders. Your upper body is remaining constantly active. Lower is also active. So this is one simpler variation. If you want to go a little more advanced, you can interlock the fingers behind your head. Okay. Lift your elbows, adjusting the lower body. With an inhalation, Lift the chest and your elbows as high as possible and comfortable, and hold here. The last variation is the most challenging but also the most effective Bhujangasana variation in terms of strengthening. Okay, we'll practice one time together. Pick a comfortable variation of your choice. We'll do 5 deep breaths. I'm going with palms beside my chest, heels toes together, legs engaged, abdomen engaged, shoulders rolled back, elbows closer, vertebra by vertebra. I'll feel, lift and hold. 5, breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slowly release. You can relax in Makarasana. Bring your hands front, hold the elbows, rest your forehead, keep the legs wide, and we'll take few breaths here. 3, 2, 1. Bhujangasana is generally safe to practice for everybody. However, if you feel any pain or discomfort, pick a variation of your choice. While you're practicing Bhujangasana, it's very important that you focus on your breathing and you are comfortably holding. There's no benefit if you're holding your breath and then just lifting the back. It becomes more of an exercise rather than an asana. If you're comfortable, you can hold Bhujangasana for up to a minute. And as you get comfortable, you can increase the repetitions. It's very good to practice on a daily basis in between your asana practice after some warm-up. Thank you for practicing with me today. Hope you learned something about Bhujangasana. Let us know in the comments what asana you want us to break down next. I'll see you in our next practice video. Thank you.